I want it on the on, right? Not the highest one? You get quite clear when you're close, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Oh, I need to shave. God damn it. Hi, I'm right here. Lighting's good. Everything looks good. And my hair looks totally wacky because I haven't washed it today. Hi, I'm Nick, and today we're going to be talking about some stuff because I've been thinking about some stuff. I would like to share my thoughts about stuff.
Don't eat that. I saw it moving in the refrigerator.
I want to talk to you about some things that I've been thinking about. Thinking is something I do quite frequently. I think a lot. I think about things. And one thing I've been thinking about, you know I'm lazy as fuck. And one of the things I complain about most in my life is that for me to get in shape, I have to eat a lot of food. Like, a lot of food. That's really inconvenient, and I know that's totally like first world problems.
You burned the milk!
Eating as much food as I'm supposed to is a really big drag. And what's more important is that I'm supposed to eat really healthy food, so I can't just like load up on junk food. Would definitely be easier and would definitely be cheaper. But I can't do that for reasons. Reasons being I want to shrink. I developed this kind of conspiracy theory. James and I got talking and we're like, whoa, people who go to the food bank must have the hardest time trying to get in shape.
1, 2, 3.
Because when you go to the food bank, you just get canned food and craft dinner, which kind of got my wheels turning. Wheels turning. When was the last time you did anything productive after eating craft dinner? Like, craft dinner is kind of designed to make you as incapable as humanly possible at doing anything. People are poor and don't have enough money for food, so they go to the food bank where they get some food. But this food is Chef Boyardee and craft dinner. So then they eat that and it makes them really lethargic because their digestive systems can't do that because no human's digestive system should have to process craft dinner, period.
I pity the food.
In my opinion, cheese is not powder. It's like craft dinner was designed to make people uncomfortable. They can't get out of poverty because they're being unproductive, because of the food they're eating, because they got it from the food bank, because they couldn't pay for food because they were poor. I'm sorry, I guess the politically correct term is person experiencing poverty. As with all crazy conspiracy theories, one has to ask, why would someone be doing this? Why would they be going through this much trouble to making sure that the food bank is contributing to their poverty? And I have prepared for you some hypothetical answers. The first explanation that I can think of is that they won't participate in the government. People who are wealthier tend to vote more often, whereas people who are poor maybe might not get the day off work that day, might not get the opportunity to vote, might just be too exhausted from work to go out and vote. Not as great an excuse as the first one. It's hard. I've had days where I just can't do anything when I come home. It's just not happening at all. The second explanation that I can think of is that they don't become informed voters. You know, going out and voting is one thing, but actually learning about the candidates you're voting for or not voting for, it's an entirely different process altogether, and it just makes it that much more exhausting, although apparently that's what you're supposed to do if you're supposed to be a responsible voter. Apparently. But when people aren't informed voters, that means it's possible for a charismatic and crafty person to convince them that a policy that hurts them is actually what is in their best interest.
Trust in me.
The third option, people have to work a lot harder to be pretty. This is the camp that I'm falling into. It is really hard to fork out the money that you need to spend on food that will contribute to a healthy diet. We're going through chip aisle, like cereals, and it was all really cheap for a lot. Like, you get a lot for like not that much money. No, I would do the healthy option and buy some fucking nuts. It's a pretty big bag of cashews. They have a lot of fat in them though, Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ.
That bag was like 15 bucks, and a bag of chips twice that size is $5. That's really unfortunate. I have to make huge sacrifices to my budget in order to be healthy. That isn't really fair because I'm trying really hard to be healthy. And then later on, other people shame you for not being healthy because you don't have the money to spend on this healthy shit.
I'm not much into health food.
The next idea I have, I've totally lost count, so I can't really tell you. What do you do when you're really lazy, lethargic, and usually are a guy? You sit down and you play video games. And video games, as we all know, are getting really fucking expensive. You're not gonna bother spending $70 for a fucking video game when you can just go socialize with people. It encourages you to spend money on video games you can't afford because video games are way too expensive these days. Not just that, but DLC, and there's a whole rant out there, and it's been done and done and done. But you know, when that story breaks and it starts hitting newsstands, you gotta remember that I was the first to link it to food banks. I was the very first, okay? Remember that. That's really all my thinking at all. I'm gonna rephrase that. So yeah, that's what I've been thinking. That's the stuff I've been thinking about.
It's gonna kill you! It's gonna kill you all!
in my spare time, which is most of my time. You should totally like and subscribe so I will continue to put out new videos. It's really hard to put out videos, as I've learned, because I don't have really good lighting in this apartment, so I need to rely on outside light. There is a place called Outside, and it has natural light that you don't have to pay for.